Why did you decide to purchase Overwatch?
At the time, I was massively involved with a game called Destiny. But when the content in that game started to diminish, everybody seemed to find their way to a different game. And the people that I was playing with at the time seemed to just go to Overwatch.
Do you think your investment was actually worth it?
100%. I've got so much time into that game. I've got a personal rule. You pay £1 for a game, you should get an hour out of it. I paid £43 for Overwatch and I've got over it's got to be over 400, around 600 hours in the game. I was guaranteed 100% worth it.
You said before that your friends kind of influenced you to get the game. Do you still play with them in a group, or do you play alone, and what are your reasons for doing so?
When I first got Overwatch, we stayed as a tight group of 4 or 5. However, as the time went on, I started playing with different people because we'd invite them to our game, invite them to the party. Then everybody would shift on. We'd drop one person as they left the game. And now I talk to a completely different set of people than when I started the game.
Which hero in the game do you play the most of, and why?
Because in game I would be classed as a flex player, I have almost equal hours on every character. Though I like to play the new one because it seems I can jump around the map, throw an orb off a wall, get a bunch of hit markers and, help my team more than if I was playing a character that would set up a zone of which we just owned because there's certain map dynamics.
You said that you were a flex player, and that you play pretty much every single character. Despite all that, are there still some characters that you still play but you aren't terribly fond of?
Yeah, there are. I don't like playing as Doomfist, as I just don't like how his entire kit bases around you comboing moves one after the other. I think that you should just be able to use an ability, get out of there, and then just carry on in the game rather than having to focus one target down. Also, I don't like the character of Reinhardt, as I feel like I don't have enough range to deal with anything.
So you said that one of your favourite characters to play at the moment is the new character Moira, who was introduced in a recent patch. What are your thoughts on this patch and how it affects the game?
Personally, I think that it's a huge improvement. The old Mercy, the middle Mercy, you had the one that would res an entire team, and then you have the one that reses one person at a time. The in-between stage was just completely broken. It allowed Mercies to be a lot more aggressive with how they played, but now you can, with the new Mercy, you are a lot more passive. You have to stay at the back and res anyone that gets picked off or something like that. This changes the entire game as more comps are less designed around rushing the enemy as fast as you can. It's more about steadily pushing up and securing the objective. With regards to the new heroes, I really enjoy playing the new character as it's very mobile and you can do a lot with the stuff, with the kit that the character has. Also, I think that the tweaks to the menu system were really good. I like how now in the kill feed, the ultimate icons are animated, as it just feels better when you look at it.
So, in the recent patch, a change to the reporting system was made, and it resulted in 3 fairly well-known players being banned for what seemed like absolutely no reason. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, you said it was no reason. They were in what Blizzard saw, they weren't communicating with their team. However, this is difficult to say because the game is split into halves, you attack and you defend, really. So the people who were one-tricking a certain hero were just playing the character that they liked. However, the people at Blizzard, the developers, saw this as because they were on a one-trick, they wouldn't change hero depending on whether they were attacking or defending. It just didn't work because they were ruining the experience for everybody else who they were matched with. As regards to the most voted player at the Overwatch World Cup, he got banned because he falsely reported people because they were one-tricks. He was essentially doing Blizzard's job for them. However, in his reports, he did use some terms that shouldn't have been used. This has resulted in his account having a 72-hour suspension that I don't think he needed. I think they just should have logged him out of the game he was playing, so he would check his email and sent him an email saying, yeah, can you not use this language whilst in your reports? We are working on this. It would have been better than using him as a martyr saying, yeah, we will ban you if you do this, that and the other.
Moving on from the reporting system, the game also has a certain code of conduct that every player should follow. Do you believe that this code of conduct is actually fair for the players?
Yeah, nobody should be, if they aren't doing something that's, bad for the entire community, they shouldn't be crossing the code of conduct anyway. The code of conduct involves cheating, poor teamwork, griefing, abuse in chat. All of that you shouldn't be doing anyway. I don't know why you would. So yeah, I think that the code of conduct is fair, however, should be more detailed in what you can and can't do, as people on computer/PC have found a way to find a loophole in the system and get around certain things, as a lot of people have been hacking the game since launch and haven't been caught.
Do you believe that the developers of this game are in tune with the game's player base, and why?
You see, they say that they're in tune, and they do reply to some people. However, this is definitely just them trying to seem like the good guys. They aren't in tune, in my opinion, as when the community asks for something, they usually just say, yeah, we fixed that. And instead of fixing the issue directly, they change the stuff that surrounds it and hope it goes away. Like, I don't know if this is an example, but they wanted to stop a certain character from being able to just kill you in one shot. This wasn't very fair and resulted in a lot of people sending in complaints. However, a month later, they added a character which whole purpose is to one-shot people innocent. But this is just not what the community wanted. The character, the roster for heroes in the game also, it's very unbalanced. You have a lot more offensive heroes than you do anything else. I think that this is a wrong step. I think they should have done one of each hero. But then again, I'm not working at Blizzard, so it doesn't really matter what I say.
If you had the ability to make a change to the game, what do you think you would do?
Personally, I think that I would revert a few of the characters back to what they were at launch. though this may need some tweaking as some of the characters were completely broken. Not only this, but I would change how the character of Junkrat works, as I feel like giving him two mines that deal the same damage is completely unfair, and I think that they should be, I would change that so it was at least maybe 2/3 the damage instead of the full. This would result in less people being frustrated that the character is overpowered and broken, as he wouldn't be able to just find a high health hero and completely just get rid of them from the game. It would require at least a little bit of skill.
Okay, so how do you think that any of these changes would change the current meta within the game?
I think that the meta would go back to what it was like through seasons 1 and 3, where any hero that you played was at least somewhat viable. However, I think that this would again leave a lot of characters out, which would then make people annoyed with how some people play maybe the less popular heroes, which is what this one-tricking issue is about. They wouldn't play what is accepted within the community, what is currently overpowered. They wouldn't play heroes that would work. This would result in an issue with people just being frustrated that they aren't playing what is wanted rather than what is needed.